In the history you were taught in school, empires rise and fall in a familiar sequence, from Egypt to Greece and then to mighty Rome. But what if one kingdom humiliated Alexander the Great's generals, then disappeared so completely from Western memory that most people never heard their name? This is the story of the Nabataeans, masters of Petra, a desert people who appeared in history's record when they bloodied the nose of the most powerful military machine. They then vanished into the footnotes of history, as if they had never existed at all, leaving only faint whispers and monumental stone behind. To understand this, we travel back to 312 BCE. Alexander the Great has been dead for 11 years, his vast empire now tearing itself apart. His powerful generals wage brutal wars for control of conquered territories across 3 continents, each vying for supremacy in a divided world. One successor warlord is Antigonus the One-Eyed, a grizzled veteran who fought alongside Alexander, now controlling much of Asia Minor. He dreams of reuniting the empire under his banner, his eyes fixed southward toward the desert trade routes carrying frankincense and myrrh from Arabia. Intelligence reaches Antigonus about the Nabataeans, desert dwellers controlling a rocky stronghold called Petra deep in modern Jordan's mountains. His scouts report they are wealthy from incense trade yet vulnerable, possessing no permanent army like the established Greek city-states of that era. Antigonus sends his trusted general Athenius with explicit instructions for 1,000 infantry, the best fighters, to strike Petra during a major festival. The mission is brutal: seize their wealth, enslave women and children, and disappear quickly before anyone can mount a formidable defense against them. Athenius marches his men through the scorching desert, timing the attack for maximum surprise. The intelligence appears entirely correct. Upon arrival at Petra, they find the city lightly defended as predicted. The Nabataean men are away, leaving vulnerable elders and accumulated treasures. The Greek soldiers storm into Petra, seizing silver, frankincense, myrrh, and other precious goods, rounding up captives to sell as slaves. By all accounts, the raid is a stunning success. Athenius confidently orders his men to camp nearby, expecting no meaningful retaliation whatsoever. But Athenius has made a catastrophic miscalculation. The Nabataeans are not helpless farmers, but desert warriors who know every rock. After receiving word of the attack on their home, they are coming back with a fury that Athenius and his soldiers cannot possibly imagine. Night falls over the desert as Greek soldiers, exhausted from the march and raid, settle into their camp, posting weary guards. They are not expecting a serious counterattack from scattered tribesmen, an assumption about to cost them everything they have, including their very lives. The Nabataeans strike in the darkness like a desert storm, knowing exactly where the Greek camp is and moving silently. What follows is not a battle but a massacre as Greek forces, caught off guard and unable to form defenses, are cut down. When dawn breaks over the desert, nearly 4,000 men have been annihilated. The Nabataeans reclaim their people, goods, and honor. They send a message in blood and ashes, deliberately leaving wounded Greek soldiers alive to limp back to Antigonus with news of disaster. Imagine staggering back across the desert to face Antigonus the One-Eyed, having to explain how 4,000 professional soldiers were wiped out. These veterans of global campaigns were destroyed by people your commanders dismissed as backward nomads who could be raided with impunity and no consequence. Antigonus is not a man who accepts humiliation quietly, having spent his entire life as a warrior, fighting beside great Alexander. The idea that desert traitors destroyed his army and made him look weak is intolerable. He must restore his reputation decisively and permanently. Antigonus makes a grave decision, revealing how seriously he takes this threat. He does not send another general or raiding party. Instead, he sends his own son, Demetrius, a young man already earning a fearsome reputation as a formidable battlefield commander. Demetrius assembles a much larger force and marches toward Petra with clear orders: lay siege to the Nabataean stronghold. His mission is to crush their resistance and prove that defying Alexander's successors carries consequences that echo across generations, not another raid. As Demetrius approaches Petra, he begins understanding the strategic genius of the Nabataeans, their city carved into sheer rock faces. Surrounded by narrow canyons neutralizing numerical superiority, its approaches are easily defended by small groups of determined warriors who know every stone. Demetrius begins his siege, but the situation quickly deteriorates. Supply lines through the desert are difficult, while Nabataeans thrive. His soldiers suffer in brutal heat, while defenders remain fresh. Weeks pass, and the promised quick victory becomes an expensive, grinding stalemate. The Nabataeans, not waiting passively, send messengers to negotiate, demonstrating political sophistication that genuinely surprises the Greeks. They offer gifts and propose trade arrangements, making it clear this siege will cost Demetrius far more than any potential gains could ever justify. Demetrius, despite his formidable reputation, is pragmatic enough to recognize reality. He cannot take Petra by force without unacceptable losses. He cannot afford to sit indefinitely while his father's rivals make moves elsewhere, so the Nabataeans offer a face-saving way out. Demetrius does something unthinkable. The son of Antigonus, heir to Alexander's successor, signs a peace treaty with the Nabataeans. 2 campaigns, 2 failures. The small desert kingdom fought the Macedonian war machine to a standstill, and the world now learns what that means. The victory over Demetrius is a declaration of independence echoing across the ancient world. It's more than just a military triumph. But the Nabataeans understand something their enemies don't. War wins battles, but water wins survival. In the desert, survival means ultimate power. Beneath Petra's rose-red cliffs, Nabataean engineers begin carving an invisible empire, channeling every raindrop and flash flood. Every precious trickle of moisture flows into a vast network of underground cisterns, defying the desert's logic, transforming scarcity into abundance. This system is a masterpiece of hydraulic engineering. Rock-cut channels wind through narrow gorges, directing precious water into hidden reservoirs. Dams control the flow during sudden desert storms, preventing destruction while capturing every drop nature reluctantly provides to this barren landscape. These aren't simple wells or crude pits. Nabataeans build sophisticated filtration systems and pressure-controlled distribution networks. Carefully calculated gradients move water uphill through sheer engineering genius, transforming one of Earth's driest regions into a thriving city. With water secured, Petra transforms into something unprecedented, sitting at the crossroads of the bustling ancient incense trade. Caravans carrying frankincense and myrrh from Arabia pass through on their journey to Mediterranean markets, with Nabataeans controlling the flow and taxing every grain. Wealth pours into Petra like water, and the city grows magnificent, carved directly from the living rose-red rock itself. Temples, tombs, and facades emerge from cliff faces in elaborate designs, blending Arabian, Egyptian, and Hellenistic influences into their own unique style. For centuries, Petra thrives as one of the ancient world's great trading capitals, a kingdom building an empire through commerce, not conquest. Controlling luxury goods that Roman senators and Greek merchants crave, they make themselves indispensable to the entire ancient economy and its demands. But Rome is patient and relentless. In 106 CE, Emperor Trajan annexes Nabataea without a dramatic fight. There's no dramatic siege or heroic last stand. The kingdom that once humiliated Alexander's successors becomes a Roman province with barely a whisper. Trade routes shift as Rome develops new sea lanes that bypass Petra entirely, causing the once bustling incense road to gradually empty. Without caravans or trade, the great city begins its slow fade into obscurity, its hydraulic system still functioning but serving a dwindling population. Earthquakes strike in the 4th and 8th centuries, collapsing buildings and fracturing the intricate water systems of Petra. The city that mastered the desert is finally mastered by it. By the medieval period, Petra is abandoned, known only to local Bedouin tribes. Western historians write grand narratives, chronicling Alexander's conquests, Rome's expansion, the glory of Athens, and the mysteries of Egypt. But the Nabataeans, desert warriors who defeated a Macedonian prince and built wonders in barren stone, barely merit even a footnote. History, it turns out, is written by those who write in languages that survive, like Greek and Latin texts enduring centuries. Nabataean records, written in Aramaic script, largely disappear, leaving magnificent ruins but few voices to truly tell their own story. When Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt rediscovers Petra in 1812, the Western world is truly astonished by the sight. Here is a lost civilization of breathtaking sophistication, yet most people have never heard its name, remaining a footnote despite its magnificence. Think, a kingdom that repelled 2 Macedonian invasions and engineered water from desert stone is virtually absent from our history. This civilization controlled one of antiquity's most valuable trade routes for half a millennium, yet it is not taught to our children about the ancient world. Here's the question. If a civilization this powerful, innovative, and successful can be erased so thoroughly from collective memory, what else? What other empires vanished not because they were weak, but simply because they lost the relentless war of remembrance against time?